One has to understand why we do this. In order to keep inspiring ourselves, I have to understand why I am doing all these things. Then you'll find time for it. When you go to gym, exercise like crazy. Some people go to put on weight, build muscles. Some people go there to lose weight. The goals are different. Exercise is the same. Here, what is the purpose of doing cleaning? We have to understand why we have incorporated this heartfulness cleaning process in our sadhana. According to my Guruji, he says, बंधन तो बंधन ही है, चाहे आप सोने की चेन से बंधे हो या लोहे की चेन से, सबको जाना है, सब तरह के बंधन से छूटना है। पाप एवं पुण्य संस्कार सबसे छुटकारा पाना है। पुण्य संस्कार होंगे तो भी उसको भोगने के लिए तो जन्म लेना ही पड़ेगा। तो उसका मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि हम पुण्य काम करना बंद कर दें, वो तो गलत हो जाएगा। The best thing is to perform action in such a way that you are not collecting impressions that can become samskars. So you understand this principle. The next step is how to work, think, intend in such a way that I remain free from this burden of samskars. We are living in this world, Bhautik Jivan. It is difficult to escape doing things. We cannot avoid forming samskars. जैसे जब कोयले की खान में कोई जाता है in the coal mines, and you wear a white beautiful shirt, दाग तो लगने ही वाला है। अब however careful you may be, you will be affected by some specks of charcoal on your shirt. Your face will also absorb lot of charcoal. By the time you come out of this coal mine, you look like a monkey. It's easy to see physically. When I have gone to gym and I sweat like hell, as soon as you come home and you want to hug your mother or your wife, they'll say, Bete, or you're my darling, run away from here. Don't try to do this to me. They'll say, you're stinking. बदबू आ रही है तेरे से। जब हम नौकरी करते हैं, बिजनेस करते हैं, what happens to our mind? We do all kinds of things, knowingly, unknowingly. कुछ न कुछ करना पड़ता है. And we come with those impressions. All kinds of impression in our mind get settled. And unfortunately, इतनी गहराई है इन सब संस्कारों की कि हमें पता ही नहीं चलता है कि मैं कितना गंदा हो गया. You get used to it. This is the difference between the dogs running around who doesn't have an owner, street dogs, who take bath only during the monsoon if God decides to rain, and that too they escape now and then and hide under a tree, versus a dog who has an owner who would wash it, keep it clean. Moment we start feeling this refreshing cleanliness in our heart, you will not be able to tolerate any sort of dirt in your heart. परेशान कर देगी. Do you feel that at the end of the day, कि चलो भाई, just as a sweaty person wants to take a bath as soon as possible, or a tired person, okay, चलो स्नान कर लेते हैं, this थकान चली जाएगी. Like that, in our heart, when we accumulate all those impressions, do you feel burdened by all those things? Even if you don't feel burdened, still sit and do the cleaning and see how much load has been removed and how much fresh you feel at the end of doing the cleaning. You know, some people, when they have tasted espresso for the first time in their life, or smoking first time in their life, both of them, they choke. Smoker also starts, I shouldn't do this. But still, he'll develop this habit. उसके friends बोलेंगे, क्या ताकत नहीं है, खो खो करता है. Again, ego बढ़ता है, और that you take a second puff. And then you get hooked to the nicotine. Espresso also. You feel like throwing up first time when you take black sugarless espresso. But then, after a few shots like that, you're hooked onto it. See? If you can be hooked on such things, why not things like this? Do it with all your heart and see the result. And afterwards, see if you are also not getting hooked to it or not. See? We have to do this so effectively with all our hearts कि चलो आज इतना सफाई करते हैं खुद की, सब गंदा जो है अंदर निकाल देते हैं. Before you meet your family members, or as soon as you enter the house, first thing at least I used to do is, I was in pharmacy business in New York City. सीधा घर जावे, हाथ मुंह धो लेवे, and before I interact with children and wife, I would do my cleaning. ऐसी गंदगी से अपने लोगों के साथ क्यों mix up हुआ है? Interact with them with fresh mind and clean heart. You will see the difference in your state. जैसे irritation होता है, गुस्सा होके ऑफिस से आते हैं, all those problems you bring in your head. With those vibrations, would you interact and hug your children? इतना टेंशन लेके आते हो, that also gets rubbed off on your children. They also feel affected. They don't say that I feel it, but it creates that environment in them. But per contra, if you remain very clean inside, as if nothing has touched you, then children will also feel the difference. So we have to experience that level of purity within us so much that impurity will speak on itself that please, remove me.